The series of MyCrop apps contain interactive tools designed to quickly diagnose and overcome crop constraints, saving growers time and money. Developed with support from the Grains Research and Development Corporation and the Department of Agriculture and Food WA, the apps bring crop diagnostics to the paddock without the need for connectivity. With disease, pest and nutrition issues accounting for a major proportion of production costs, the MyCrop apps are a valuable resource. With the West Australian oat industry growing in both hectares and yield capability in recent years, interest in the MyCrop Oats app is high.
Over the past couple of years, we've seen the oat industry grow in both hectares and yield capability, so that has driven grower interest and production area. What that means is that we have growers that have been consistently growing oats that are trialling new varieties and maybe identifying new constraints, and it also means that there are growers that maybe haven't grown oats for many years or new growers to the system. So what this app does is it allows them to have an easy in-paddock tool and bring them up to speed on how to identify and manage constraints.
The MyCrop Oats app doesn't need connectivity to work and brings a library of technical information into the paddock for users.
The information that's stored on the app includes fact sheets on every constraint, so the 66 possible constraints to your production system. It also has comprehensive photo library, which in itself can often be the first step for you to diagnose the issue with your crop. And that I found was the most useful part, the photo library.
The app is aimed at anyone managing paddock constraints, including farmers, consultants and researchers.
So how I use the MyCrop app is that when I come out into the field, the first thing I do is I'll check to see what growth stage my plant's at, and that's the first step that you look at in the tool. So was it before or after panicle emergence? And then I'll scan the plants for anything that could be abnormal. So whether that's insect damage occurring, it could be spots from any herbicide drift, it could be a disease starting out on the leaves. So let's go and take a look. Okay, so here we've found what looks like Septoria, but what I can do is just use the app to confirm what I'm looking at. So I've got my dark brown oval shaped, semi-elongated on the leaf, and so I'll just work through my MyCrop app and see if that confirms my diagnosis here. So first I'm going to look at what my growth stage is. Well, it's definitely before panicle emergence. What can I see? Well, there's some leaf symptoms. And then what leaf symptoms am I seeing? Well, I've got necrotic leaf spots, which is not pest damage. So that's narrowed it down to 16 possible constraints. And looking through the constraints, it certainly doesn't look like any foliar or herbicide damage options that are here, or any deficiencies. So I can go into the Septoria blotch fact sheet, which is one of my options here. And when I compare what I've got in the field with the photo gallery, these high resolution images are excellent, so I can actually compare what I'm looking at with this, and yes, it's absolutely identical to what Septoria blotch is identified at in the MyCrop app. So I can walk away feeling fairly confident now that that's the issue with this Cogenut oats in my trial, and so we'll address that and get some fungicide put on it. So as you can see, this MyCrop Oats app is a valuable tool for me to use in the field. It allows me to diagnose things quickly, so I'm saving time and money. So I'd encourage all farmers and advisors that are growing oats or considering oats for their production system, definitely download this. It's available from the App Store or from Google Play, so for both Apple and Android devices, and it runs independent of mobile signals, so it's available for you to use anytime in the paddock.